Good morning. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us for another edition of the Morning Breeze, man. Always rocking with you guys, as always, man. Outside of me, I got my guy, Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC, in the building. Thursday's here, the news is coming in, and Lonzo Ball is here to stay. What the?
Oh, baby.
We got another show to get into, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love to another edition of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily, the Morning Breeze edition.
Yes, sir.
On today's show, DJ Moore making his pitch to Cooper Kupp. Uh-oh. Should the Chicago Bears be in on Cooper Kupp to Chicago? And then Lonzo Ball contract, 2 years, $20 million. Bulls extend him.
Whoa.
Guess no thing. Well, at least we keep Jello around. And finally, we got to talk about the Bears being connected to a very interesting running back name.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if I like it.
We love that conversation, don't we, Pat?
I'm not here for it. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. All right, more on today's episode of The Morning Breeze. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Ladies and gentlemen, the date is 2/6/2025. It's 7:03 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And Jordan JC.
Hey.
I got some rest.
Oh.
Let's go!
Don't you sound a little bit more more energetic? All right.
So I'm scared, all right? Hold on. So we got to have this conversation with the Breeze crew. We got to have this conversation with the Breeze crew, right? First, I appreciate y'all tuning in, showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Go ahead and
come on. Push the button. Come on. Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push the button.
You heard what she said.
Y'all heard what Sue Young said. Hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the page. Stop playing around with us. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous, dog. I'm not gonna stop.
Okay, on edge. All right. Okay.
I'm a little bit nervous because
why?
Yesterday was a very long content day, right? I had first off, congratulations to the McKee family. Jason McKee, his son signed with Dayton yesterday, so I ended up going over to watch his son sign his letter of intent to go to Dayton, and you know what I mean. I was recording all day, so I came home, got to the house, grabbed Aria. We down here watching. Or I did the evening show. She was on the stream for a little bit, and then you know, like it was just a long day. I did the Bulls game, did Locked On Bulls, finished out the night. I go upstairs, get into bed. We watch like an episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I pass out.
Oh.
And then my alarm goes off and it's like 3:45 in the morning.
Yeah.
I roll over and she's got Paxton. She feeding him. I'm like, all right.
Doing his thing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You good? You good? All right.
I go back to sleep.
All right, as you should.
And the alarm goes off at 5:30. Now that's unusual.
Uh-oh.
Now that one's unusual.
2 hours later? All right.
Yeah, because usually at some point in the middle of the night, there's a, hey, honey, wake up. It's your turn to feed the baby. So that means one of two things has happened here. Either she looked at me and was like, oh, he's exhausted. I'm not going to wake him. I'm just going to handle everything myself, which I kind of don't like, but is the better of the two options. Or she tried to wake me up and I didn't move, which is possibly terrifying.
Uh-oh. Well, we'll see if Pat's alive tomorrow.
I'm just saying, dog. I had a lot of stuff planned for today, and all of that may be out the window along with me. We'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. But if you see a tweet of just the window, just know it was the second option. I got
Oh no! Pray for your boy. Pat
Pray for your boy out here, man. Hey, man, appreciate y'all rocking with your boys as always, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Let's talk a little bit of Bears football because now, listen, I will say this, right? And the Chicago Bears receivers, DJ Moore, Roma Dunze, were on Kay Adams' show. Phenomenal show. Love Kay Adams.
Oh, yeah.
And she was kind of right, like of the available people out there, who would you want to see on the Chicago Bears? So in the context of the conversation, DJ Moore gives an answer. That answer is essentially, I mean, I think it has to be right. Cooper Kupp. You see what he's able to do in the slot. How he's able to manipulate defenses. Blah blah blah. All this praise for Cooper Kupp, and that has turned into now DJ Moore is outright and openly recruiting Cooper Kupp to come to the Chicago Bears. I feel like recruiting is a strong word, but there does seem to kind of be some interest from DJ Moore to play with Cooper Kupp, which I think gives you one of two things. Number one, I think it says the likelihood that Keenan Allen, by the way, the fact that DJ Moore and Roma Dunze are kind of going on the around the globe tour right now.
Yeah.
At the hip probably tells you that it's going to be their show more than anything. Although Keenan kind of at home, you know, he's got the family, got the kids, so he's spending time with the family, but
yeah.
It just feels kind of like Keenan may not be here in the long term. I think this kind of conversation does confirm that. I also think that if you were to go get Cooper Kupp, the one thing I'm not worried about in this situation is the Bears trading for him, because I don't think anybody's going to trade for him. If you trade for him, you get a dead cap. Or his hit against the dead cap, I believe, is $20 million. Like, you're giving up draft capital. You're hurting your cap space heading into next season. I think that Cooper Kupp probably ends up getting cut in LA because everybody's going to look at it and go, nah, I'm good. Like, why would I give up draft capital for this? Unless somebody like just really, really wants him, right? Maybe it's a team that's got a young quarterback that they just trying to like give them somebody to throw to. And I think Cooper Kupp's a great option. Like you said, out of the slot, I think he's still got some of that juice there, dealt with some injury last season, came back, and Puka was still being Puka, you know what I mean? Which allows them to kind of move off of him. But at the end of the day, I think that I could be convinced that Cooper Kupp is a good move. It just has to be after everything else is done.
I'm right there with you. I think that this is not the priority. It sounds good. I mean, you know, yeah, of course, DJ Moore gave some credit to Cooper Kupp, saying that, you know, he would also like him in the slot. He mentions that, you know, he can maneuver. It's like the game is slow for him. You know, there's a lot of different things that Cooper Kupp can still do. 31 years old. So, I mean, you're essentially technically upgrading from a Keenan Allen for that third guy that I guess we can call it the old guy receiver slot now, because they're always going after the experienced vet.
Seems like,
yeah. So, I mean, and he's coming off an injury. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind the Cooper Kupp, but I mean, again, what is the priority here this offseason? You already got Roma Dunze and DJ Moore coming off of decent seasons. I feel like they're going to continue to get better and better in their cohesion with Caleb Williams, especially Rome having a decent rookie year. DJ Moore kind of getting back to what he did 2 years ago, hopefully. And so that's not necessarily the first thing that we need. You know, we have the draft that we can get into. We have the draft in the later rounds where we could talk about, you know, wide receivers. I even heard there's rumblings of the Illinois wide receiver. I believe that was impressive to some of the Bear scouts. Pat Bryant.
I do love a good Pat Bryant out here, though.
Hey, I'm fine with that. Like there's so many other options and ways that we can go for receiver. The most important thing is getting the protection in the trenches right. Otherwise, it doesn't matter who we get a receiver. In addition to DJ and Rome, Caleb's still going to get 70 sacks. So again, let's keep the focus on what's most important, and then we can get a little happy in the long run if we address the trenches first.
Yeah, I mean, look, Cooper Kupp doesn't bother me. I think it'd be a good signing in the long run at the end of the day, right? But it doesn't bother me because I think it's a end of free agency signing if you make it. They're going to have to cut him. I think long term it's not. I don't see teams really giving up what they're looking for. Maybe I guess if it turns into a, hey, we're taking something for nothing, you could see a trade come in there if the Bears are able to get Cooper Kupp for late round draft capital. Even then, just trading for him and having to take the cap hit on that, like, I don't see that being a great option for the team in the long run. But here's my thing. The conversation on DJ Moore wanting more weaponry on the Chicago Bears, I think it kind of kills that. It almost kills the you can have too many weapons idea, or that number one, that DJ Moore's worried about targets coming his way and stuff like that. But like,
yeah,
because he's like, no, bring in somebody who's going to take targets.
Right, I'm fine with that. Yeah,
bring in somebody who's going to be another weapon. And I said this a lot, right? When you look at the Rams, they are a team who benefited from having a ton of weapons. When you look at the 49ers, they're a teem that has benefited and made Super Bowls.
Look at the Chiefs
for having a ton of weapons. Look at the Chiefs. Chiefs kind of got some of their weapons mid-season, but like,
all them wide receivers are healthy, man.
I just the too many weapons conversation has always been a weird one to me, because it's not like every single weapon has to have every single game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I think the to me this kind of shows you that DJ Moore's like, no, we can add more weapons here because it just makes it easier for me to get open. Now fix the offensive line. That's what it comes down to me.
Exactly.
That's the long term for me. The long and short of it is Cooper Kupp's great after everything's done. Everything ain't done. Job's not done, as Kobe Bryant once said.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, job's not done. You have to go out and make sure that you prioritize the right things. This whole offseason has gone really, really well. You prioritize things well. And as I mentioned before, the money's been put in the right places. And so that's what you want to do. You know, if we go into the free agency period and we hit on all of the you know, the guards or the tackles that we're talking about being linked to, then I'm okay with addressing that on the back end, even after, you know, the draft as well. Now, what I will say is that, you know, if you have someone like a Cooper Kupp in the slot, I feel like the reason why DJ Moore wouldn't have a problem with that is because you're taking pressure off of those other guys. That essentially was the reason why you brought Keenan Allen in here, is because you have that veteran star technical experience that will take the pressure off of your number one receiver and off the rookie receiver who's still learning and trying to understand the speed of the game. And so now you're going into year two with this same unit technically. Yeah, you bring a guy like in here that has the game slowed down him, that is very, you know, methodical when it comes to route tree and route concepts. Like he is a guy that would be an advantage on this team. I'm be honest, even more, I think, than Keenan Allen. But we would put the brakes on that because you still need time for those receivers to develop their routes, number one. And so, again, it all goes back to, because it's all hand in hand, it all goes back to allowing the quarterback time in order to actually go through his progressions, go through his reads. And so that means, again, you got to get the protection right. I saw Joel in here earlier. All he said was OL. That's exactly what this offseason needs to be paying attention to is offensive line first.
Hold on, JC. Hold on.
What do we got?
Oh, is 0-16 in the chat?
What is going on?
We got a Spirit of Detroit podcast. And shout out Spirit of Detroit podcast. I'm glad that y'all got a little something going for y'all.
How you doing?
Talk about Bears fans getting more sad every day. Took our coach. Now y'all want everybody. Welcome to the offseason. We always want everybody, brother. But is 0-16 in the chat? Is that 0-16?
Oh man,
that's worst record in NFL history I saw in the chat.
You had your chances. You had your chances.
Oh, is that didn't get the job done when you had the chance to?
Oh, just a bit outside.
Oh, dang it.
Oh, shoot.
My bad. Oh, sorry. Didn't see you there. Didn't notice you. Welcome to a Chicago Bears podcast.
Welcome to the show. Good Lord. That's
y'all still mad? What y'all mad about? What you mad? You mad about Vin? Or you mad about Twine? Y'all know he was here first, right? Y'all know he from here.
He from
Chicago.
that, right?
Y'all know that, right? Yeah, good
He said it
job.
was over a decade ago. Stop
That's
the
great.
0-16 talk. It's okay.
Does it
It's
still
okay. It's
stand?
gonna be all right.
Does it
It's
still
gonna be all
stand?
right. Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. Sit back, relax the show.
Talk about poverty franchise. Dog. You are like you're the poster child for poverty. There is no more poverty than Detroit. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love that there's a Detroit beef again. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love that we have that again.
Y'all
know I love
makes
a
it
standing
fun.
Detroit beef.
It makes it
You
fun.
know I love us. I got
love
standing beef with Detroit. You know, it's not really a city. It's more of a municipality.
Oh, hey.
I got standing beef with Detroit. And I love the fact that Detroit has beef with Chicago again. I love it.
It's all good.
Let's keep this thing moving along, man. Appreciate y'all. But I did want to say this before we got off of this. Last season, Cooper Kupp, 720 yards. Ended up having 710 receiving yards, 10 rushing yards randomly, 720 yards from scrimmage. Had 6 touchdowns last season. Kind of the mean. That's kind of what he's averaged for his career. Of course, he had that one pop season where he had 16 touchdowns and like 1,900 yards, and he was just like, oh god, he's an absolute monster. But the targets were very different. Only played in 12 games last season. Has had injury concerns the last 3 seasons. His last healthy season, though, he was a dog and maybe coming in and being the number 2 or number 3 wide receiver. I think that I wouldn't be mad at that. If it's at the end of everything. It's a cut. It's not a trade, and you're signing him to okay money. But we'll see how much money is left over. It might be, hey, I got these last $2. Yeah, I mean, it might be what Cooper Kupp is getting signed with out here. Hey man, let's keep this thing moving along. No, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, man. Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love as always. We got to talk about this Lonzo Ball contract.
Came out
Chicago
of nowhere.
Bulls extend Lonzo Ball. Oh, Baki said, hit him with the meme. You think you got a little franchise over there? Do you? We'll take a couple of your coaches. You okay over there? Take that with you. Take that with you. This is what I think of Detroit. Come through. There you go. How's that sign by the airport? Take that with you. You seen that Detroit sign? Have you seen
No, I have not. It's
basically the size of my desk. Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
Right.
The Chicago Bulls go out and sign Lonzo Ball last night. And I think, listen, the conversation around Lonzo has a lot of Bulls fans confused. On one hand, you're happy to see him here. You're happy to see him playing well. You're happy to see him. It's not bad that he got paid. And I think Arturas Karnisovas signed him to a good contract. I think the conversation that has to be had is this a good signing for the Bulls? Is this a good signing? And again, it's essentially a 1-year deal. But for me, the Lonzo deal speaks to you ignoring the history that you should already know. Lonzo Ball has not been healthy for 2.5 seasons. He has a knee surgery. Maybe this is the one that gets it right. Maybe it's not. But you're ignoring the history of the situation. You're ignoring who he has been for who he could be. And it took you 40 games to basically go, he's not that guy anymore.
You're not that guy, pal. Yeah.
That is what will always concern me about the Chicago Bulls. They ran it back for 3 years with DeMar DeRozan, with Zach LaVine, with Nikola Vucevic, with all the injury concerns, knowing this probably isn't going to work. Well, why is it going to work? Because they're the exact same team every single year. this feels like a move for the exact same team every single year. And it just seems like they don't learn from the history of, hey, Lonzo Ball has been often injured. I get it. It's not a bad contract. It's 6% of your cap. But it just continues to show that same mindset poking its head through.
I will agree with you on that front that it is scary that they're probably repeating their same steps from previous years. That yes, you're not learning from your past. Lonzo Ball has come back through from a lot of injuries, but I want to take a positive spin on this for a second because I couldn't be happier for honestly Lonzo and the fact that he's returned from year after year after year of questionably making it seem as if whether or not he was going to be back on the court in the first place. You saw, a while ago, Stephen A. Smith talking about, whether or not he could even run, and Lonzo had to kind of clap back with some random post of him jumping up out of a chair. What you talking about, Stephen A? Come on, baby, I'm back. So it was like this back and forth, like caddy thing. And then, it was a question of whether or not, would he get ramped up enough to actually be an effective player, be the same type of high IQ, defensive-minded, pure point guard facilitator. And sure enough, in his limited time, in his maybe 28 minutes a night, I believe.
Yeah.
He's been doing exactly that. He's been showing, signs and flashes of his former self when it comes to that. He's averaging 7.2 points, 3.5 assists, almost 3.5 rebounds, 1.5 steals. I mean, that's good production for what you want. He's not playing back-to-back games yet, but I mean, I feel like, everything that he's been through, he's definitely deserving of this contract. It's not something that's going to hurt the Bulls because in the second year, there's an option of whether or not they let him go, so it's going to be obviously hinging upon whether or not he stays healthy during this contract. But I like the fact that they're giving him a chance, and also with the fact that the direction that the Bulls team is going in giving more of this rebuild a chance, and not kind of sitting in the middle of things and saying, oh, we'll keep some of the vet. They're trying to get a full rebuild going, and I think that Lonzo Ball is the type of player and point guard that could actually be very, very good if you're talking about the connection with the Matas Buzelis or whoever we get in the draft next year, or even like an Ayo Dosunmu. I feel like he is the type of point guard that could be very, very good as a veteran presence for these young guys in the couple of years that he may be here. And so I don't have a problem with the signing. Yes, there is a little bit of hesitancy as to whether or not he can stay healthy. But as far as now, he's looking good, and he's going back to doing the things that he was doing before he got hurt.
And I think that's probably where, and I don't know if I articulated this well enough on Locked On Bulls last night, but like that's probably where my problem comes in. It's nothing to do with Lonzo. Well, I shouldn't say that. It does have to do with Lonzo, but it's nothing to do with how he's playing when he's healthy.
Yeah.
It is the Tevin Jenkins conversation for me. When he's healthy, he's one of the best offensive linemen on the field. He's one of the best guards in the NFL. He will take your head off. He will protect your quarterback. He will do everything you need him to do. I can't live off of when he's healthy. I can't sit here and afford you to give you this major spot, because I think here's the thing. If Lonzo Ball's on the court, you have to build what you're doing with him heavily in mind. He's that good of a player when he's on the court.
He is, yeah.
He's that good of a player. Like he's the best point guard on the team. Clearly. By the way, over 100 in the chat. Over 200 in the chat. There you go.
Good morning.
He's the best point guard on the team when healthy. So you can't sit there and go, well, we're gonna focus more of the offense around him being a bench player. Your best players are going to be on the court. That for me is something why the entire DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine thing continued to be derailed. You built so much around his success, him being there as a part of the success. And then when he wasn't and you couldn't replace him, you saw the continued failure. I can't bet on you being a major part of the success when you've got, 40 games in 3 years. Like that to me is just that's where my concern comes in with Lonzo. Now he's still incredibly young, 27 years old.
Yeah, you're going into your prime. Yeah.
Maybe this is the knee surgery that fixes it. Maybe he's got a long-standing career after this. Maybe in 2 years, I'm the one beating my chest to re-sign Lonzo Ball because he's giving you 2 years of healthy games. He's played 30 games this season. The Bulls haven't played him in back-to-back, so kind of he hasn't really missed games. They're just like we're not going to put a workload on you. He may never play back-to-backs again in his career. That's kind of the you have to manage somebody who has the injury history that he does. You have no choice. But like in the long run of all of this, in the long and short of it for me is, if you're moving forward with Lonzo Ball, can you trust that he's somebody who you can continually have out there?
Well, that's the thing too, is, on that very point, that's another reason why I have a little bit more confidence than that going forward is if you're saying that for the rest of his career, they're going to play it smart and saying, okay, you played today, we're not going to have you play this back-to-back, or if it's not a certain amount of days between games, we'll have you sit, and I love the chat, and a lot of people have been saying this comparison. You think about it, he was very, very good after his freak injury, Sean Livingston. He definitely contributed to a championship on Golden State. He had a very, very good role. That's the type of a person and player that I can see in Lonzo Ball. Now, I'm not saying the Bulls are in a position of winning a championship. Obviously not, far from it. But, that's the type of piece that you want on your team. That's the type of piece that you want to build with and around as well, is the high IQ, leadership on the floor, facilitator that plays really, really good defense. Like, you don't have to coach that in him. That's a part of what Lonzo has always been, that high IQ defensive point guard. And so, if he's not playing every single game, then that kind of calms my feelings about whether or not he gets injured. If you're going to manage him that way for the rest of his career and be smart about it, then yeah, okay, then I don't have a problem with him, being a part of this rebuild, being a part of the present and well, I should say the future of the Bulls, or the current future of the Bulls team now. So to me, it's almost like a double positive. It's like if he doesn't really pan out, then you're not really hamstrung by the contract because you can get out of it. If he does pan out, then this is not that bad of a contract anyway. And you love to see that he's contributing to the success of the team.
I don't know, man. Listen, for me, it's more about the mindset, I think, of the front office than anything. I'm glad Lonzo got a contract. I think it's a team-friendly contract for the Bulls. It's a 2-year deal, $20 million. Essentially, it's a $10 million deal with a player option in year 2. For me, it just speaks to the mindset of this franchise going, we saw 40 games of it. There we go. Or we saw 30 games of it, essentially. There it is.
Yeah.
That's what we were waiting on. Okay, we can justify signing him now.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You just saw this man miss 2 years. Yeah, but he's back. You saw it? He's back. He hasn't even played the amount of games that he played before he got hurt the first time.
I know, but he's back.
Could he have gotten to 35 games? Get the 36. Get the 36 games, maybe. But he's back, baby. Don't worry about that. We got that. I need you focused on trades. Why are you signing contracts?
Chill.
Nikola Vucevic here to say, you seen Jimmy Butler get that money, didn't you? Jimmy Butler getting that money, though.
Dude, I don't even want to talk about that idiot.
I can't even fathom, bro.
That's either going to work very well or crash and burn.
I have no idea how it works. Jimmy Butler's an on-ball player. Unless you're gonna make Steph Curry.
I mean, Steph will take a knock down a shot.
Shooting guard, I guess, and he's got, because he's a great catch and shoot player as well.
Yeah,
I don't know how that works. That's mind-boggling. But we'll see. But nah, bro. Like, I'm telling you, dog. I saw that contract yesterday, 121 for 2 years. I was like, ooh, the NBA about to lock out.
Bro, it don't make any sense. First of all, if we're going to get an NBA talk just for a minute, highway robbery, I'm sorry, but the Lakers always find a way to lake stuff up. They always find a way to get back. They always find a way to get back into some sort of relevancy and find a way. Are we calling them a really good starting five now? Now that they got Williams,
he got to be healthy. He's got to be healthy. That's the thing. If he's healthy, it's a fleece.
Jesus.
If he's healthy, it's a fleece. But he's got to be healthy.
How did they do that?
Hey guys, Charlotte not going anywhere with Mark Williams. They need the picks. I don't know why why would you give up Mark Williams? I mean, LaMelo and Mark Williams been cooking together. But
stupid.
The problem for me with the trade is you're taking a big if risk. I mean, you gave up a first round pick for him. You're taking a big if risk on Mark Williams being healthy, and he has not been at any point in his career to this point. So
you essentially got a weaker AD, is what you're saying. Okay.
No, because AD had a lot of years of his career where he was healthy, and then once he started getting hurt, it was fairly consistent. Mark Williams' career started hurt.
He started bad. Okay.
I mean, I think what has he played? I think his second year in the league, he played 23 games or something like that. Like,
that's bad. Okay.
It is
he's on that Joel Embiid plan. I guess
he on that Embiid plan a little bit. He's on that Embiid plan. Let me see. Games played. Yeah, here's his 3 seasons. 43, 19, 23. He started this season off hurt. He started this season off hurt. So, but he came back balling. He's come back balling in a big way. Offensive dog out there. All right, let's keep this thing moving along, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. We're going to take a quick break, listening to a word from our sponsors. And when we come back, the Chicago Bears have been tied to a very, very interesting running back name.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to flip it.
Don't you do it.
We'll talk about should the Bears be interested in signing him right after this. I need the Aura music. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching the show. Today's episode of the podcast is brought to you by Aura. Have you ever done a Google search on your own name? You'd be surprised what pops up. Your full name, email address, home address, health records, your relatives. It's all out there. And that's why I've been using Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submits opt-out requests just for me. Cleaning up my information not only helps reduce the amount of spam I get, but it protects me from hackers who could use that information to help them access my social media, bank accounts, and other sensitive information. It's really simple to set up. I don't have to download several apps or go to things like antivirus, VPN, password management, parental controls, identity theft, but you can get all of that in one place with Aura. I get everything at one affordable price as well. You may already have one or two of these tools, but not having Aura is like leaving the front door locked while leaving the back door and windows wide open. For you to be able to take advantage of Aura, we got a special deal for you here today. Stop data brokers from exposing your personal information. Go to my sponsor at https:/aura.com/the Windy City. Again, that is aura.com/the Windy City to get a 14-day free trial and see how much of your information is being sold.
When a severe storm hits, hail and high-speed winds can cause excessive damage to your home. This can lead to blown-off shingles, broken windows, siding damage, and leaking inside. If you suspect your home has been hit with storm damage, contact CNN Construction today. We are a proud GAF Master Elite contractor, offering free exterior home inspection for storm-related damages. CNN is a reputable licensed roofing and general contractor working hand-in-hand with insurance companies and homeowners every step of the way through the difficult claims and restoration process. We will meet with your insurance adjuster to discuss the damages to your property, the value of those repairs, and the scope of work needed at your home. Our skilled team has you covered and will leave your home looking brand new. Give us a call today at 844-415-ROOF or visit our website at cnroofs.com for a free exterior inspection. C&N Construction. We find the solutions, not the excuses.
Welcome back. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love to another edition. Another Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. We got 174 people on the YouTube side, man. Let's get 174 likes. I know a lot of y'all just turn us on and walk away. Walk back to the phone. Hit the button. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Tell your friends. We're live Monday through Friday in this month.
All right.
Sometimes on the Morning Breeze. I got some rest last night. I told you at the top of the show. I'm scared. I gotta walk upstairs. I don't know what's gonna be waiting for me.
That's all right. Just make some breakfast. No matter what, just make some breakfast.
I gotta just start cooking.
Just start cooking.
How you doing? Good to see you. What's that salt? How much salt you putting these in? That ain't salt, baby. That's sweat. I mean, love. That's love, baby.
Jesus.
Hey, man, we just got done talking about the Lonzo Ball signing to the Chicago Bulls. Also took a look at the Chicago Bears possibly recruiting Cooper Kupp. Are you all in on the Cup out here?
Let's go.
You all in on the Cup? We'll see. Shout out to Frank Nitty. Is that the Frank Nitty? Frank Nitty. Love the show. Thanks for the content. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the love.
Shout out.
Chicago Bears. Speaking of sweating.
Oh, boy. Come on. You know I love this topic.
Are connected to a very interesting and possibly very expensive running back. Expensive in the running back world.
That's right.
At a minimum, at least with this running back, I can see clear-cut production and usefulness.
Oh, really?
That I couldn't see with DeAndre Swift, but I still wouldn't pay him. You already know. Chicago Bears have been ranked among one of the top suitors for former first-round running back Najee Harris.
Oh.
Now, this is just 1 year after signing DeAndre Swift to a 3-year, $24 million deal. He had a bad season. 959 yards, 3.8 yards per carry. Most games was useless. There were 3 games of pop, just like there were 3 games of pop when he was out in Philly. Just didn't play well. That's all you can say about it. And so as a result, a lot of these NFL free agency what's the right word? Prognosticators, projectors, have running back as a major need for the Chicago Bears. And with Najee Harris possibly hitting the market and knowing that Ben Johnson saw DeAndre Swift after a season, it was like, get him out of here. Ben Johnson told DeAndre Swift, hey, let me show you the door right there. Yeah, there it is.
No longer need your weak service.
That's my Michelle.
Oh, boy.
Najee, what do you got for me? Pure and utter domination.
That's right.
Thank you.
Oh, no.
Would you add a Najee Harris to the Chicago Bears backfield, Jordan JC, especially knowing that there's a lot of running backs in this draft?
Well, I mean, you know, I like my running backs, Pat. So, hey, come one, come all. I still have firm belief, by the way, in DeAndre Swift. I think that if you give him a chance, a second year, maybe better line, you watch him take off. Oh, hey, it's my show again. How's everybody doing for the running back morning breeze, where we're talking running backs all day, every day?
Yeah, I couldn't let that happen. Had to get him off the screen for that. That was a 6-pack of BS right there. Now go ahead.
All I'm saying is that there's a world where I can see Najee Harris. Now, do I technically want Najee Harris? No, I do like the fact that he has been a 1,000-yard rusher since he's been in the league. Better rookie season than actually any of the last 3 seasons. But, I mean, down there in Pittsburgh, I think they're a little off and on. But my thing is, yes, you have a guy that is, I think, a little bit better than what we have in DeAndre Swift. Spotrac mentions that he estimates to getting a 3-year, $27 million contract. So that's $9 million. That's not $8 million. That's $9 million a year. You okay with that, Pat? You okay with a little bit more money?
Listen, it would be a dumb signing.
It would be. I'll be honest. It would be a dumb signing because I mean, we have so many other running backs that we can bring in for cheap, obviously, in the draft, which is the route that I would want to take anyway, honestly. I mean, everybody's talking about Ashton Jeanty, but I mean, when we address offensive line first, you got second and third rounders that are going to be really special in this draft. This draft has a huge amount of talent at the running back position. I mean, Caleb Johnson, Amarian Hampton, Cam Scatterboo. I know there's another one, Quinshawn Judkins, like, and more names that I'm probably not even thinking about. Like, there's so many talented prospects coming out that possibly could be even better as far as potential than a Najee Harris that will obviously be cheaper on a rookie deal. And so I would go that route first. I mean, again, just like the conversation with Cooper Kupp, I feel like a Najee Harris would be a luxury signing, and that's not something that we need right now. And we know that Ben Johnson, coming from Detroit, wants that special two-back, kind of tandem what they had with Jameer and David. But that's something that we can get. If we're keeping DeAndre Swift, that's something we can address in the draft.
I think here's my thing too. Like, there's legitimate running backs in the draft who are better than Najee Harris. Like, yes, Najee Harris is doing it at an NFL level, and so yeah, you're not to say that I'd be completely out on the talent that he brings. I think he's more talented than not, but
yeah,
Najee Harris, again, don't look at the averages. Don't look at the fact that he broke 1,000 yards. Look at the game-by-game production.
Yeah.
Najee Harris left a lot of games sub 50 yards this season. He left a lot of games sub 50 yards this season.
Yeah,
if we're having any running back conversation right now, he's DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it does look pretty bad.
He's a little bit better DeAndre Swift, and he can't catch. And he can't catch. At least DeAndre Swift can somewhat catch.
He's a better receiving threat. Yeah. That's true.
To me, if you're going to go big on receiver, now Ashton Jeanty to me it doesn't make sense. And I don't know how far he falls. I think it kind of depends on.
You're not getting Ashton. You're not, because he's only going to be.
No, I'm not talking about Ashton. He's not even in the conversation.
Yeah.
If I was going to go big at wide receiver, which I'm not, but if I was going to go second round, high, I'm all in on this guy, I'd go Amarian Hampton. He reminds me of freaking 6 foot tall David Montgomery.
Ooh, I think he's better. I think he's way better.
He might be.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But he's huge.
Faster. Yep.
And he's just like, you're not going to bring me down. I'm going to run through your face. I'd go Cam Scatterboo, who's been a very big name. I go Tennessee, Dylan Sampson. I talked about him last night.
Oh, that's a good one.
Dylan Sampson got a little, I watched a little bit of his tape the other day because we're gonna have to get a running back, and it is, to me, it's a third round kind of situation. Dylan Sampson to me is a little Forte-ish.
Matt Forte, I'll take that.
Forte-ish. Got a little Forte in his game.
I get it. Jesus, Bears junkie. If that's the case, I don't want him. That's not a good comparison. Jeanty is Trent Richardson 2.0.
Oof,
the hype was real on that guy. I remember that draft.
I don't know if he's Trent Richardson.
I don't want no Trent Richardson.
Trent Richardson is nuts.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
What happened to Trent?
I have no idea, but I knew that he was right now, monster and just completely fell off the face of the earth.
Hey, you want to know what happened? He went to the Browns. He went from being behind Alabama's offensive line to Browns' offensive line.
That's true.
That's what happened. He balled his rookie year too. He never did again. And that's crazy.
He is built like Trent. I agree with that, Steve-O, but I would compare more to like a Marshawn, in my opinion.
Who?
Marshawn Jeanty.
Lynch?
Yeah. This playing style? Or are we talking about measurables?
I guess even the measurables kind of.
I guess I threw everybody off with that comparison.
He's bigger than Marshawn. Yeah, Marshawn was crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. You threw the entire chat off.
Breaking tackles.
I'm not even in on Jeanty, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah, it's after the hit. Okay, all right. I guess I'm one of one with that. I guess I'm by myself with that comparison. My bad.
He said he reminds me of Marshawn. Who?
Lloyd? Marshawn Lloyd?
Marshawn Johnson from up the street. I know Marshawn. Yeah, he remind me a little bit of him. Hey, that was nuts.
Chelsea Clinton?
Yeah, that's exactly what that was. Here's the bottom line. It kind of is the same conversation as Cooper Kupp, and I hate to keep beating a dead horse, but everything this offseason for me is going to be offensive line, offensive line, offensive line. You want to know why? You missed it last season.
Yeah.
If you addressed it last season, I could have this conversation and be not. Listen, Najee is not logical. I mean, you got Najee.
Yeah,
he's on the team.
You got Roshan.
He's on the team.
Yeah.
Nah, you got Swift. I was talking about production wise. You got
Najee.
Najee.
Okay, I got you. Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like he's a little bit, maybe a little bit better than DeAndre Swift, but I mean, I'm good. His best season is his rookie year. Now he wants to get paid big money. He's not going to get paid big money. Now, if you want to talk about bringing him in, right? You said $27 million, not a chance. You want to talk about
3 years
for, 18 to 20 million over 4? Because I don't think he gets 27 million. Okay, maybe that's a different conversation that we can have. But even then, there's so many running backs in this draft where you can address so much. I don't understand why you would pay to go get a running back, and you have the draft capital to do it.
Yeah.
And it hurts you less. For who brought up Trent Richardson? For that reason. I don't think Trent Richardson ever got paid. I think it was literally just his rookie year. And guess what? After that, you can find the next guy.
Yeah, that's always your issue.
Was Trent Richardson there? Well, he's on. Dang, they traded him immediately. Shout out Cleveland. That's my kind of GMing right there. Usually that's terrible. Trent Richardson had a 950-yard season, 11 touchdowns in Cleveland in 2012. They traded him in 2013
to Indianapolis. He lasted 4 years. He lasted 4 years.
Yeah, that's why you don't do it.
4 years, bro. Yeah, no.
I would assume some injury played into that. I don't remember everything that happened to Trent Richardson, but that rookie year was great, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That Najee rookie year was great, wasn't it?
It was okay. Yeah.
11 touchdowns, pretty good.
3.6 average. Yeah. But yeah, 11 is nice. 11 touchdowns
pretty good. But that's just me. I'm always going to be out on the running back conversation because of things like that, where you can have a great rookie year and the next season I can find somebody that can replace you.
Yeah, running back is a next man up type of mentality. That is the type of position that's been undervalued. I feel like, when you got a guy like Saquon that's in the MVP or is in the MVP conversation, it kind of brings it, a little bit more relevancy. But at the end of the day, I do agree with you. Because of the way the game is played and how violent it is, running backs are just interchangeable. Like they're 3-4 years down the road, you may not get the same production from a guy that was considered special one moment to the next. And so I do agree that if we're being honest, yes, running backs, they have to kind of take a backseat to other more important positions that will make the team more successful.
I promise y'all this, and I keep saying it. I promise y'all this. When the O-line is set and the D-line is set and the linebackers are set,
you're going to be running back crazy.
And the quarterbacks are set. And the wide receivers are set.
And the kicker is set.
The coaching staff is set. I don't give a F about the kicker. I ain't going to lie to you.
What about the punter?
There's two positions. I would have took running back over punter in this draft. I would have. I would have. And the water boy is set. And the fans are set.
You got to get Bobby Boucher up in there first.
And me when Bobby Boucher came back and took my hands out of the way to shoot ball and go. And the owners are set, and Kevin Warren is set, and the stadium is set.
What about the city?
And the fans are set in the new stadium. And Chicago is not in debt.
Okay, all right.
And Detroit becomes a city again.
Oh, that ain't gonna happen then.
I promise you.
We'll be waiting a long time.
I will be the first one beating my chest to go out there and pay a running back.
Jesus, there's a lot of things happening first. A lot of things happening.
No, honestly, right. If you get to an Eagles point,
yeah.
All right, go pay Saquon. Go find whoever the Saquon is in that offseason and go pay him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that really when you have that kind of team and you go, okay, what puts us over the top? Because really, Philly tried to do that with Swift.
They did.
Philly had that same team and was like, we just need a running back. We just need somebody who could be a game changer. And Swift couldn't.
No. Now they really got that guy. Yeah.
Now you really got him.
Yeah.
You know what
That's
I mean?
true.
Now you really have the guy who takes advantage of the fact that the offensive line gets you 2 yards before you hit the line of scrimmage. Like, now you got that opportunity. So when the Bears get to that point, hey, I'm in the game with you. I'm rocking with you. I understand that. Then I'll be running back heavy. Until then, fix my team. Fix my line. Fix my city. When the Bulls are set and the White Sox are set.
Oh, we really not happening now.
And the Cubs are set. And the Cubs made some moves. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, y'all pissing me off. Y'all want to act like a big boy franchise all of a sudden. I ain't gonna lie to you. Have we confirmed the Bregman deal? Has anybody confirmed the deal? I keep seeing all these podcasters talk about it, but I ain't seen Jeff Passan confirm the deal at all.
Yeah, I don't think so. No, or Bruce is a Levine.
Yeah, Bruce Levine.
Yeah, no. We'll see. Jesus.
Hey man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Baki hasn't confirmed the deal. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love, man. As always, it's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Joined by Mr. Media himself, George JC. We'll be back later today for the Daily Show. I don't know what we're talking about at that point. We'll see. We'll work some kind of show out. Maybe the Chicago Bulls will have made trades. Probably.
Another Vooch, maybe Vooch at the deadline.
Little Vooch. Can I interest you in some Vooch?
Vooch.
Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Better. One love. See red. Go White Sox. Peace.
That man said when the towel boy is set. Wow. When
PJ Rhodes is set.
Oh, God.
When Bronny becomes LeBron.
Ooh. Gonna have to wait on that.
When Luka is set. When Mark Williams is healthy. Just in different cities.
We gotta wait on other cities and teams.
When Jacksonville is set.
Duval.
All right, let's get it.